What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of 10K on the Bay, my journey to 10,000 active items on eBay. Hopefully you guys can join me for another chat about my plans for going full-time. I am going full-time reseller tomorrow, so I am pretty excited about that concept. But there's been a lot of people who have been asking me how much I actually make, and try to be as transparent as possible without going too much into the money part, because that's not the only reason I resell. I do actually like selling things. So it's great for me to go out there, do something I like, and also make ideally a great amount of money. But let's go ahead and check it out. I'm gonna share my screen so you guys can get an idea of what's going on. Okay, let me know in the chat if you guys can see my screen, and I'll go over basically a couple of things in the chat. So yeah, how much do I make as a part-time reseller? The short answer is, over the last year, doing it part-time with other businesses, I did about 72,000 in revenue, and I would say half of that is profit. But a lot of that stuff is stuff around the house, or also crazy margin stuff that I'll go over in just a second. But I just wanted to go over with you guys just sort of how much I actually make on eBay. So now that I'm going full-time tomorrow, I'll be able to spend about 4 times as much time on eBay. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to make 4 times as much, but you guys know my goal is 400,000. I'm not doing 400,000 right now, but that's my goal for year to date. So when I make this video a year from now, hopefully that'll be my profit. So let's go into my actual PayPal now. I have a couple PayPal accounts, but this is the one that my main eBay store is on. So you guys can see in the last calendar year of about 12 months, I've done just over 100K in business on PayPal. I have a couple other payment processors, but just on this PayPal account, 103,000 is payments received. But if you scroll down, you can see that my eBay was only 66,921.99. So on eBay over the last year, I did about 72,000, because you guys know my other account, Low Key Husky, that one's I did like 6 the first month. So you can see as you look over the numbers, on my Instagram, you can actually check out my other store as well. So I'm going to be sharing 2 of my stores so you guys can get a look of the idea. Mitzi is asking me how much sales I'll need to do 400,000. I think 1.6 to 2 million, somewhere in the 1.6 to $2 million a year range. I think I can do 400K, but we'll see. I mean, I might be high as a kite. I just think I can do it because I have previous reseller experience. I live in the Bay Area, which is super wealthy, so I have access to supply, and I know how to hire people because I'm not a dick. So I think that's a huge benefit for me. As I notice, a lot of resellers in the community can't hire outside people because they don't trust people. So that's like, this as an example, some people say don't hire family members. Some people say only hire family members. I think it just depends on your personality. I know resellers that do very well hiring people. I know hiring people they know, and other people that hire people that they don't know. Like as an example, 2 examples, there's Nicole State, there's Rockstar Flipper. Both those guys have family members helping them. They're like family teams, right? And then you also have people like, let's say, Craigslist Hunter. He's doing about 100K a quarter. So as is, he's doing about quadruple what I'm doing right now. And he's hiring people that work in his shop that do not appear to also be family members. So he has a different skill of actually being able to help people. Let's see. Trying to shut off the iTunes. Sorry about that. So there's different models, but in the end, you can't do it all by yourself. So if you want a larger eBay business, you need the skill of being able to help other people. Mama J says she's out of PayPal jail today. Excellent. My other account is still in PayPal jail. So I think it'll take 90 to 120 days for that to go away, and I'm going to be patient and let that grow. I'll show you guys my other account as well. But to give you an idea, sales is definitely picking up for me. Or 17 grand in May, but some of that is other businesses. But business is picking up, And I did not necessarily quit my full-time job. I just hired somebody to help me. So I hired someone that's going to take over the day-to-day operations in my Facebook marketing company. So I'll have basically at least 50 hours a week to work on reselling. It's not, and I'm getting a lot of heat from people saying that it's not glamorous. I don't think that I'm trying to show people it's glamorous. It's actually a lot of work. So if you look at my Instagram or you follow my journey, you're seeing I'm spending a lot of time on this. So if you don't like selling things, you probably shouldn't resell on eBay because it takes a lot of time, a lot of patience, a lot of learning. You have to consider yourself a learner. My channel is a leading learner channel. It's not a guru channel. Like, this is what you should do. I actually don't know what you're going to do. And I can't give you an answer for how much I make full time because I've only done it one time in my life, and that was 10 years ago. So that information is not relevant. I can't tell you how much I'm going to make full time, but should be more than part time, which was over the last year, $66,921 on eBay. I do also have other eBay experience. So if you guys look, and this is one of my accounts, I've done 3,107 transactions on this account for almost 200 grand. So to give you guys an idea, that's a $66 item cost, right? So like that allows you to scale faster. If you have a higher dollar amount and a higher margin, you're gonna grow your business a lot faster. If you only have a $15, $20, $25 average, like I was doing when I did the experiment with the bins, I'm gonna move away from that model because it's too slow. Like, I understand it's immediate money. If you sell stuff under $20, it's gonna sell really fast, but I don't necessarily need it to sell that fast if I have a higher dollar amount. One example is like Tino, the Soul Advisor. He's a good friend of mine. You guys should check out his channel. He's doing over 200,000 and only shipping out 10 to 20 items a day. That's not very many for a 100K, six-figure income. If you're only shipping out 10 to 20 items a day, you can actually do that. I think that any couple or person can make six figures on eBay if you have the capital to buy that many items. If you can buy 2,000 items that are $45 and plus, you can do it on your own. You can have a healthy business. If you don't have the capital, you can't make six figures on eBay because you don't have enough inventory to turn, and you're also going to be tempted to lower your pricing when times are slow. So as you guys know, from now until the end of July, it's going to get slower and slower based on trends. So I recommend getting a job or a side income to pay for stuff to grow, so guys can get that to go up. But yeah, as far as trying to keep up with a store that has super, super high turnover, it's challenging because you're not building any momentum as far as the volume of the store. But again, I'm a big fan of lean methodology, and in lean methodology, you don't want to have any inventory. So, you want to buy exactly the number of items that sell, and that's great. And I just got an email from eBay actually that says, here's a list of ideas that you can sell stuff that's popular now. So that's the fastest way to make money. It's difficult to scale though if you don't have a team or staff. And that's why when I was looking at Nicole State's store, looking at her insane sell-through rate, I was like, wow, that's amazing, the quality of items that she is picking. But of course, she also has to do listing and shipping, and she's a full-time YouTuber, so it takes a lot of time for her to do it. And it's difficult to grow beyond, let's say, 1,500 to 2,000 items, which is what I think is reasonable for a couple. If you had one or two people, Nicole's not reasonable because her sell-through rate's insanely high. Most people don't sell things as fast as her. So you can get up to 1,500 or 2,000 items and have a garage full of stuff and make six figures, but it's gonna take you a while to find items that are $45 plus. And you guys can see, I've been selling on eBay for a while. On this account, I have a $66 average, and that really makes it easier to scale because I would say the average cost on these items is around 10 bucks. So really good margin on this part. That's just something that I recommend for you guys. If you're gonna go full-time, make sure you have the capital to equal whatever you're doing. So like I said, I think you can double your money every 90 days. So if you wanna make $10,000 a month, I think you need $30,000 in inventory. And that is beyond most people's capacity. So it's not that easy. If you have $2,000 in inventory, you're only gonna make $2,000 over the course of 3 months if you double your money. that's not very much money, right? So it just depends on your sell-through rate and the cost of your items. If it was me, I'd want to sell stuff that's a little bit more expensive to make it easier to scale. But again, it's also more difficult to find stuff that costs more. I am going to start Amazon right now. So Big D Reseller is asking what I'm doing. Big D is asking what I'm going to do, or when I'm going to do Amazon. So I am going to learn Amazon slowly. I'm not in a huge hurry, and I'm going to focus more on private label. If you guys want to see, this is my Low-Key Husky store. In my Instagram, I shared 2 of my stores if you guys want to take a look, but you got to follow me on Instagram also. There's a lot of people in this chat. If you guys could hit the like button, that would be fantastic. So Jason's asking, what do I sell for a $66 average? I mean, the short answer is shoes. I sell a lot of brand new shoes, which makes it easier to go up to the higher dollar amounts. If you guys follow my Instagram, my other store, I mean, during the holidays, I was selling shoes for $300 to $700. So that obviously brings your dollar cost average up. I am not primarily a bin seller. It just attracted a lot of attention when I bought 2,000 pounds at the Goodwill bins, but that's not normally my model. My model for the Goodwill bins is actually a $24 average or less. I'm okay with the $15 average because the items are only 50 cents. So I'm not expecting higher than a $24 average. I'm not that greedy. There's some people that are like, oh, I need to sell for $30 or more at the Goodwill bins. I mean, that's insane. Most people are buying things for 15 to sell for 30. If you have an expectation to buy something at 50 cents and sell for 30, I mean, good luck to you, but there's not enough items at the Goodwill bins that are over $30. Unless you were like there all day, I think you could do this, the same model as me, if you spent the whole day at the Goodwill bins. But it's not my favorite place to hang out. So just depends on your jam. Here's my other store, Low-Key Husky. Yesterday I listed 80 items. So also that makes it very difficult for a lot of people because I have a lot of energy and I live in a highly populated area. So I can go out and get 80 items and list 80 items. And I still have about 30 that I didn't list. But I'm thinking if I go out all day, I could get 100 items that are going to make $10 or more, or 50 items that are going to make $20 or more. We'll see. But I definitely like selling shoes the most. I mean, if we sort from high to low, let's take a look. I've got these Supreme shoes, which are expensive. Again, you guys know if I had unlimited money, I would spend $100 on every single item because it's easier to sell something to buy something for 100, sell for 300, and make $100 profit. That's easier. I just don't have $1 million is what I need for 10,000 items that it costs $100. So don't have that capacity yet. I'm learning a lot about vintage items or sports equipment, stuff like that. That's why I'm moving towards learning channels like Round 2 or Paul Cantu. I'm looking into vintage items because that's an opportunity for me to make some huge home runs while I'm out there thrifting. I sell a lot of Kobe's, a lot of LeBrons. I'm gonna get into a lot of handbags. So I have developed a little bit of experience selling used handbags. When I was in New York City, I also sold a lot of Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Coach. My favorite brand to resell is still Gucci. Coach, here's a bag, like $325 MSRP new. I got this at a garage or estate sale, and I'm gonna sell tons of luxury handbags, accessories. I mean, it's just great. I don't have any issues with authenticity because I put the homework in to learn about the items. I actually go to the stores and feel them, touch them, see what they look like. And then also I have great feedback. So that definitely helps give people some trust. I love selling Nikes, obviously. New Nikes, you can pretty much safely say between $40 and $100. I do have a lot of friends that are ungated in Nike, so I could send these in. I don't know if you can send it in with no box. There's like a complicated process where you can heat press labels on or whatever. But for me, I'm looking for these types of shoes. I'm looking for a quick flip. $40 to $60 is fine. I'm not going to wait a little bit longer on Amazon for a higher price point. I'm also not ungated in Nike, so I can't do that option yet, and I'm not ready to have a partner because Dave Ramsey says the only ship that sinks is a partnership. So or that always syncs as a partnership. Haven't had great luck with partners. And this is the reason why I haven't had great luck with partners, because I don't have the same amount of capital as them. Whenever I have a partner, it's always they're bankrolling me. And so it gives an uneven responsibility, because I have to do all the work because they're providing all the money, which is not an unfair situation. But each time I do that, when I do get the capital, I just want to say thanks, but no thanks. So most of my items are going to be high-end stuff. Once I get more capital, I'm not going to sell cheap things. But you can see here, things that you can sell that are in abundance are definitely clothing. I gotta bounce soon, guys, because I got a lot of stuff to do today. But new with tag stuff is my favorite to sell, because takes a lot less time to describe than pre-owned. But again, as I build up my capital, I'm working more on pre-owned because it's more plentiful. So I'll go in and I'll take a look at different brands. I have a passion for sneakers, so I can go into sneakers and basically pick out the ones that I know are going to sell for over 30 bucks. Do a lot of retail arbitrage. If you guys don't know, this is LeBron James's logo. So if you just go and you get this at the thrift, it's going to be 30 bucks plus almost every time. So look for LeBron James' logo. Looking for consistency in the listings. And I do think things sell well when they're just sitting in your house. Jason and Cassia Hitch says that jeans don't sell. For me, they sell so well, I don't talk about them on eBay. It's like one of the easiest categories to sell in. So may not be the case for everyone, but like I know Prof Sales was going to make a business entirely on jeans. 5,000 pairs. He would have made a crap load of money. So jeans is one of the easiest things to sell. But you have to be patient. It's also not jean season. It's warm right now. I'm wearing shorts right now. That's why I'm selling shorts right now. But you know, that doesn't mean I'm not picking up every single pair of shoes or of jeans right now, because they do sell. I mean, there's a million jeans for sale for a reason. Definitely takes some time. I sell a lot of, I'm going to sell more electronics because that also has a higher dollar amount, and things that are more rare. Obviously, like these Uniqlo tees, you guys know I made a couple grand reselling those last month. I'm starting to really plan my time out, and I will be doing tons of retail arbitrage. You guys will see as I go on. I also like Pokemon, so I'm going to pick up all Pokemon stuff, which is something people want, and people pay a lot more for stuff that they want versus the stuff that they need. You want to sell stuff people want because they pay more. Here's another LeBron where you can see his logo. Selling a lot of Tommy Bahama. I like it. They're easy to find. There's tons of them. You can do what you like on that part. Shoes, again, are my favorite. I like selling hypebeast stuff like street artists, streetwear. That's my favorite to resell. But if I had unlimited money, I would only sell Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Prada, because you can make $100 a sale. Who doesn't want to make $100 per sale? And I was hoping for, and if also, I know that if you had all luxury items, you would have a high sell-through rate because they're the most in demand, right? If you get it, most people would rather wear a nice brand that's good quality, good material over a brand that's bad material, ugly, and cheap and available anywhere, right? Who wants to wear that? So as far as it goes, how much am I going to make as a full-time reseller? I don't know. I'm starting tomorrow. I do know as a part-time reseller, I made about 30 grand last year on 70 something in sales over the calendar year. Most of that being in fourth quarter, because in fourth quarter, everything sells. So again, don't panic if your sales aren't big, because I don't mind my sell-through rate being 5%, because hopefully it'll sell all in fourth quarter, but I don't know. I'm new to this. So don't ask me, or you feel free to ask me what you think seasonality is, but I can't tell you. I'm not a seasoned reseller. Haven't been doing this for a long time as far as full time. I've been reselling stuff for fun, but I'm not really doing, I'm not doing, I haven't done this for 20 years like some people, right? So follow people who are, have been doing it for a longer time. A couple of channels I recommend, like Rally Roots. If you guys follow Ryan and Allie Roots, their goal is to make, I think, 400 to 500,000 too. They have a similar goal to me, but they do wholesale. They do They do wholesale, they do Amazon and eBay to try to get to that $400,000 or $500,000 profit range. And it's definitely doable. It takes staff. You can't do it by yourself. The Keggy, thanks for shouting people out. If you guys haven't, hit the like button and subscribe. That would be super useful. Appreciate that. So Red Rocket TV says, you're getting in the clothes, but you're rethinking that. Well, I mean, clothes are awesome because you can get them for basically free. So the margin on free, like I said before, is awesome. And you're not paying really more than $5 for an item. So as long as you have a $20 average sale price, you're going to be okay selling clothing. You can adjust that. Let's see here. Yeah, Jason's saying that eBay's busting his ass for selling P90X. I mean, it's really, really protected. And then that's one benefit that you get when you sell things that are your own brand. That's why I created Low Key Husky, right? That's why I created this cute little doggy for my brand, because it's harder for people to copy that. You're gonna have to. I guess I don't have it pulled up, but harder for people to copy it because I'm gonna trademark everything. So that makes it more difficult. I'm gonna go through a few questions right now, and then I'm gonna head out. So, have I heard of the Legend of Five Rings card game? This is DJ asking me that question. I do think I have not heard of that. Card games do well. I like selling cards because they're really small. Originally, I was thinking about doing 10,000 PSA Pokemon cards because 10,000 of those would fit in one gun safe, right? I wouldn't need a garage. I would still need an inventory system, but it would be small because each card is this small and makes, $10 profit, but it fits in your pocket. That would be super awesome. But to be honest, I don't have the capital to do Pokemon cards in the right level. I think you need a certain amount of money to be able to wait. Also, you have to capitalize on the tournaments. Like when certain tournaments are up, or certain card games, you would want to know when the tournaments are because certain cards are worth more. You'd have to be a Pokemon expert, which I consider myself. Like I would be a mid-level Pokemon trainer. I would get my ass kicked against someone like Ash Ketchum because I'm really not that level yet of Pokemon training. But maybe one day, if I have enough money, I'll do that on a large scale. Yu-Gi-Oh cards do well. Video game consoles are awesome. It's very competitive in the Bay Area to get them. Like people are asking like $20 less than eBay, which is a really small margin, but there's enough people to support that. If you live in the middle of the country and people don't have as many opportunities, I think you can get stuff for cheaper. That's just me. Maybe it's the opposite because in the Bay Area, there's just so many people that you'll be able to find a good deal. It's different. How much you make depends on where you live, how much money you have, how qualified you are as a reseller. All right, guys, I got to roll. Thank you so much for stopping by. Let me see if I can. I appreciate you guys checking out my channel. If you want to help me out, please share this in a Facebook group. But again, if you guys have any questions, email me 10konthebay@gmail.com and just let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer. Please be a little bit patient because it does take me a little bit of time to get back to people. Have a great weekend. Happy Memorial Day. And I look forward to going full-time tomorrow and showing you guys my process with listers. So tomorrow I have 2 or 3 listers coming over. You'll be able to see, hopefully live, what it looks like to have people list for you. All right, peace out.